This is an image taken by the Cassini orbiter when he was passing by the Enceladus moon of Saturn, Saturn's moon Enceladus. Well, that's the size of the image that they posted on the internet or the website, whatever. Now, what the heck can you see there? Just a little some white dots and yeah, the surface of the moon spewing something. They call it weird water. Now check this out. When I use the browser zoom to enlarge it, check it out. This is why I use this huge monitor, 55-inch, because that's the only way that you can see what they don't want you to see. Therefore, NASA can tell you all these bedtime stories about the moons and the planets and the space and blah, blah, blah. Check this out. And you start brightening up the image, then you start seeing something totally different from what they're telling us. Look at that. Check it out. That is, those objects are electromagnetic vehicles, as Dr. Berggruen called them, because the type of energy they use. And believe me, that Dr. Berggruen, he was the top of the cream in NASA. Well, he worked in NACA before he turned into NASA. That man has, well, they tried to poison him after he went on to the Disclosure Project conference based on his own book, Ringmakers of Saturn. He showed images there they're just insane things. What he said changed my view forever. Believe me, he reviewed the images with a microscope because they were the original image taken by Voyager 2 and by other orbiters and Apollo images. Original images that he dug up from the secret archives, the one that only the need to know can see. And you cannot take them out of the place. So I don't know how he got some of those images out. But check this out. This is one of the weird objects. This object can change shape, get larger or smaller. They're almost like a biological entity. They're under some kind of automated control. Well, the things that you have to listen to what he say and read his book to really start to understand how the whole thing works. Check it out, that's the surface of the moon. Look at all the objects. But they are tiny because the images, it was put very small. So when you enlarge the image, then you start seeing things that don't correspond to what they're telling us. In fact, that orbiter, Cassini orbiter, came within 52 miles in 2008, March 12th. It came within 52 miles, that's practically on top of that damn moon. those or electromagnetic vehicles, some are spherical, some are tubular, some have some insane shape that I cannot even describe because there's no words for those shapes. It's just not possible to describe them, and the texture of space here is something that nobody asks any else. It's NASA asks because they don't know. And all these people that are so-called expert, UFO expert, they don't say a thing. They don't even know this. This is just one image. Just think about that. And that thing took about 2 million images of whatever they go. Look, there is a dark something right there. Look at that. What that is, I don't know. Some kind of dark something. All I can do is show you the deal, but I don't know. I wasn't there, and nobody knows. That's just the sad part. We think we know, we don't know a damn thing. And probably NASA doesn't know a lot of it. 80% or 90% they don't know what the heck. They might know some stuff. Yes, they do. Of course they do. But something like that dark deal, well, you explained it to me. Well, who the hell is gonna pose the question to the right guy, to that Tyson ass dude? A black dude is a physicist and he knows it all. Well, you explain this shit to me, dude. He invites these idiots to this program that he has and to make fun of everything. He thinks it's, but because nobody goes there that knows shit, why don't you talk about this? Dr. Berggruen and his deal, this deal. Or UFO doesn't exist. Well, maybe they haven't landed and talked to me. But who the hell are you for them to talk to you? You're part of the problem. Because he's involved with the military-industrial complex, he's part of the deception. They don't want us to know a thing or two. See, look at all this, look at that weird deal there. Now if I use the Summit program, which is the enlarging free software that they have, let's see what the dark deal was. Look at that. Those are the kind of shape that you cannot describe. There is no word for that. But when you really, really study the images and you start to see that these tubby things have the shape of hands. That's the geometrical shape of all the things that we are living in. That's the code or metric, whatever you want to call it. Let's brighten up the image using the monitor settings. Reduce the backlight. Oh, that's another thing. They use 9 different tampering methods to screw the images, so you will never see a thing. Overexposed, underexposed, blurred, color, false colors. I mean, you name it. They use pixelation, you name it. They use all of it. these type of images are not that much on touch because people don't know about this deal. They don't dig in deep. They don't know that these images are still pristine. Well, sort of, because they scrutinize all of it. Check it out. When you see this, then you see what I'm talking about. That's a freaking hand. I'm gonna use my own hand to show you what I'm talking about because I'm not gonna do any drawing. It's impossible. It's just not impossible. It's an insult to what's there. Who created this deal, the designer, that's his code, his signature. This is a hand like this. See the fingers? And that's the thumb. Look, like that. And this thing repeats like that, like this, horizontal, vertical, and three-dimensional. It overlap and it's in front, behind, on top. In some places it's super easy to see, but it's just, like I say, they blur the shit out of the images. Now if I do I use the drawing, then you see what I'm talking about. It's a hand like that, and then that's the thumb right there. I messed up, but it's still good enough. See how every line is so perfectly made and blends with the other one that it's impossible to miss this unless you, I mean, if you don't know about this geometry, you will never guess, ever. Because it's simple but complex at the same time. See what I'm saying? Look at that, the hand. What the hell is wrong with this shit? See, and then look at this black and white outlines are the signature of electromagnetic energy. And see, it has a spherical thing, and then you see the same geometry repeating over and over and over. But the picture has been blurred to death. Look how it's easy to see how they tamper the image. Look at that. Like I say, it took me years to finally crack the code.